Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you with the Saturday edition of Today in Sports Betting, part numero duso. Well, this is the MLB side. It's Scott and Scott taking a look at today's show and taking a look at today's card, by the way. And I'm sorry, guys, it's late at night, and we're doing this with the overnight line. So, yeah, I'm going to bring in Scott to save my butt here before I dig my hole any deeper. It's Scott Reichel, everybody. Yay. What's up, Scott?
Doing pretty well. I think you lost me when you said numero duso, but
Numero
that's
duso,
close
you like
enough
that?
nonetheless. Yeah, it's definitely a change of pace. We're going to try to switch it up a little bit, especially for Saturday's baseball cards in the future, because we have so many games starting at 1 o'clock, and by the time it gets published, you already miss about like 5 games.
Yeah.
So we're going to switch it up, and looking forward to breaking it down. I know that baseball's been a little bit trickier with some of the pitching matchups because a lot of pitchers have either come down with last-second injuries or some managers just got cold feet and decided to switch people. But
Yeah.
hopefully everything works out, and we're going to break it down according to the listed pitchers on ESPN and some other sites that you can find.
Right, and this is going to be we're recording this officially at 1:30 a.m. Eastern time. So these are the odds that are on the board right now. Don't yell at us if they change in the morning and go crazy. And these are all bettable. These are all bettable bets right now as we record. So do take a look at the line changes. Do take a look at the starting pitchers, because the information that we give on this show, it could it could change by game time. So, Scott, let's start with the game here at 1:10 Eastern time. Welcome back, St. Louis Cardinals. What's up, boys?
I don't recognize this team.
The Gaslight Gang is back, and it's Adam Wainwright going against Lucas Giolito for the White Sox. White Sox minus 160, Cardinals plus 148. This, of course, is a 7-inning game. So your total is 7.
I still am I wrong for thinking that total still sounds a little bit high?
Yeah, because these guys are going to go. Wainwright has
been around for about 35 years, but he's still somewhat effective.
Well, yeah, and he's only made one start. He gave up 1 run in 6 innings to Pittsburgh. You don't know how he's going to perform against a major league team.
That was about 2 months ago as well, so that also plays a factor. But
right, are you a buyer on Giolito, who was absolute trash until last year, and then has been it was bad early, but it looks like he's righted the ship. Do you think he's officially righted the ship and become Giolito of last year?
I think it's tough to tell. Giolito of last year, I think, is not going to happen again. I think that's a ceiling that he won't reach. If I really had to break it down, that's kind of reminds me of that 1 year Ubaldo Jimenez was unhittable for about a month of the season, and then people realized, oh, wait a second, this is Ubaldo Jimenez, and then he was just terrible the second half, or like for the rest of his career for the most part. And that's kind of what's happening with Giolito. I still think he's an above-average pitcher, but I feel like people now have expectations on him just because of what happened last year, when that's just not going to be the case. I remember, for example, the Yankees back in the day had Ivan Nova, and he won like 20 games because he had the second highest run support in the entire league. And people were going, oh, Ivan Nova, 20 wins. He's a potential ace. And I'm like, no. Have you watched him pitch?
Didn't work
No,
out.
he's going to be a mediocre starter for the majority of his career, and that's what he's turned into. I think Giolito's a little bit better than that, but I'm not going to go here and say he's a number 1 on a potential title-winning team. He's, a number 2 or number 3 on any serious contender?
I would think so. Although he's really pitched well over his.
He's number 1 on Chicago. I don't know what that means, but
he's pitched well over his last 3 starts, man. He's given up 4 runs over his last 3 starts, 19 innings.
I like him. I just don't think that last year's numbers are just repeatable.
I agree with that. And it used to be the only team he could beat was the Royals. It was really funny. The league would absolutely just beat up on him, and he would own the Royals. The Cardinals are going to be playing without Paul DeYoung, and they're also going to be playing without Yachty. They've got some holes out in the bullpen. I think the White Sox get it done here, bud. I think Giolito continues his mastery. This is a Cardinals lineup that is not the best at scoring runs under the best of circumstances. Without DeYoung and without Yachty, I like the White Sox here to get it done.
That's why I was saying I thought the total was a bit high, because first of all, St. Louis has a couple of people out, as you just said. Second of all, I have to assume they're going to be freezing cold at the plate because they haven't faced actual professional pitching in eternity.
Yeah.
And third of all, Wainwright, even though he hasn't pitched in a while and he could blow up, he still has pitched well this season in one start. I think the total's a bit high because the bullpen shouldn't play much of a factor since it's a shorter game.
Yeah, the Cardinals, I'm sure their team total is going to be 2.5 in this. I would think it'd be 4.5, 2.5 for if they play. What do they play through 4? Right?
I don't even know if they have team totals for 7-inning games. I don't even know if that's a thing.
I think it was your first 4, but anyway, I don't see the Cardinals. I don't see the Cardinals putting up more than 2 in this one. I honestly don't. So then it comes down to the question: do you think the Cards can hold the White Sox to less than 5?
I'm gonna lean to the under if I really had to play this because I think that St. Louis could come out and play well potentially. I know that Miami, when they first came back, they ended up winning as a huge underdog in their first game back. They didn't hit well at all, but they won. I think Wainwright's a decent pitcher. He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. And I don't think St. Louis can hit. So for that reason, especially with Wainwright and Giolito's looked a lot sharper lately, as we've talked about before. I'm going to take the under because I think this total's too high.
I'd love to play the run line here, but in a 7-inning game, you're giving up 14% of your at bats, taking the home team in a run line situation.
I'm assuming you also lean to the under as well in the spot.
Yeah. I lean more.
I'm gonna skip the sides because I don't know what the Cardinals are going to do when they show up. But basically, pitching matchup alone, I'll lean to the under.
I like the White Sox. I'll drink the juice. I'll take a small sip there. That 172. Okay. We've also got the makeup game from tonight, and of course, I got the update on my phone. I see. Well, I got it before I got on my phone. I just saw it. The Royals and Twins had been postponed. So in these days of the coronavirus, your heart was in your throat. You wonder 8 guys tested positive.
Apparently, the weather was just bad.
It was the Royal. It was a massive. I looked it up on the radar. That's the first thing I did was look at the Weather Channel, and it was that looked like a hell of a front coming through there. It was no bueno at all. So yeah, they're gonna play a twin bill tomorrow. The first game is going to be 1:35 Eastern time. Duffy and Barrios. Royals 8-11, Twins 12-7. I don't have a number on.
Well, I see conflicting pitching matchups because I see for game 1, ESPN says it's Odorizzi versus Ian Kennedy of all people.
I've got that for game 2.
I see that for game 1 on ESPN. So once again, these pitching matchups can kind of vary depending on what you're looking at.
They switched it. They absolutely switched that. You're right. That was going to be the second game.
Well, you can still break down the second game. That hasn't changed. It's still the same pitching matchup. But the first matchup, I think Ian Kennedy, former starter, then turned closer, now back starter, I guess. Against Odorizzi, game 1, I'll take the over.
I can't even imagine what that number is going to be. You're going to have to play the over there. The Twins may get there by themselves.
Yeah, I know it's 7 innings, so you should get a lower number, but Kennedy can easily implode. Odorizzi has an ERA of 6, and the Royals can hit.
He was dreadful. He was dreadful. I'm
also curious, by the way. Sorry to interrupt. If it's 7 innings and it goes to extras, you put the guy on second base in the 8th inning.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That's good stuff. I'll lean to the over.
I would also lean to the no extra innings on this game.
You can. Yeah, it sounds like you're leaning to Minnesota on the 4.5 run line.
I think the Twins smack them around there. Yeah, that's gonna be ugly. Okay. Yeah, play the over. I bet that's gonna be 7.5.
I think it might be 7.5 to 8, but
I was gonna say
might come in on the over.
Might even be 8. Milwaukee, Chicago. Adrian Hauser going against somebody undecided for Chicago.
I see Colin Ria is the projected starter. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Props to the Brewers, by the way. They won a game against Chicago.
A tight game too. Colin Ria. What do you know about him?
I know he's 0-0 with a 0.00 ERA, so it can't be that bad. No, he's 30. He's been in the majors. Yeah. He's been in the majors before. He looks vaguely familiar. I've definitely seen him before. He hasn't been in the majors in 2016. So this is his first season in about 4 years. He's already made 2 appearances. He's pitched 3 innings, given up 1 hit, and no runs.
Yeah.
Seems like an opener to me. So I'm not going to read much into it. But I knew that name looked familiar, and I did recognize him. He was on the Padres like 4 years ago. I don't know why I knew that, but his name did look familiar.
Yeah, he was with the Pods and then was traded to Miami in midseason. There you go.
I'm not going to read much because I think that since he's made 2 appearances and he's gone 3 innings, he's just going to pitch about 1 inning in this match.
This is one of those things that can absolutely change. This is hard to handicap without knowing a pitcher, without knowing a number. I know Hauser pitched well. His last start made a really, really good start.
I think I have to lean to the Brewers because I've gone through so many times how much I hate the Cubs bullpen. And if you're going to give me a starter who's going to go an inning or 2 innings tops against Hauser, who's actually looked like Milwaukee's best pitcher this season, maybe him or Woodruff.
Yeah, and they were bad.
I'll lean to Milwaukee, and I don't think Milwaukee's any good, but I'll lean to Milwaukee.
Now, see, and I've got Alex Mills. I just saw on another side I've got Alex Mills, but he pitched tonight.
Yeah, so for that reason, I'm going to lean to Milwaukee.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I'm not going to play because I never want to bet Milwaukee this season at all, but that's where I'd have to lean.
I've got an early line at -105 each side, so if that's really true, I'd play Milwaukee all day in that spot.
Hauser goes 6. What you got? You got Hader for the 7th. You got Hader for the last inning, so to speak. It's really not bad.
No, not at all. Right, we've got the next game is going to be the second game.
I have no information on pitching matchups on this one.
Cards and White Sox. I have
nothing.
I'm like you. We have absolutely no pitch that is completely blank.
I think we have to skip it. I don't know how to break this down.
There's no way to break it down without knowing the pitchers. And realistically, Scott, there's really no way to break down the second game of a doubleheader without knowing what happened in the first one. Although the chance of extras goes down exponentially, but you never know what kind of bullpen usage.
Is it a sucker play to lean to the over in both legs of the Royals Twins doubleheader?
Yeah.
You're a fan of the under in the second one?
I would.
I know he's got talent, but he has not looked that sharp this year. And Duffy.
You talking about Berrios?
Who did I say?
I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, Berrios.
Because you could have said Duffy either. Also,
I was saying Berrios has 1 and 2 with a 5.31 ERA. Duffy's 0 and 2 with a 5.12. Both bullpens should probably be gassed after the first game because I don't think either starter's going to pitch well in game 1. Odorizzi might, but I'm going to lean to the over in both. I think worst case is you'll win 1 out of 2. That's
probably a fair play, and especially the right-handed bats for Minnesota against Duffy. That's certainly a possibility there that the Duff man gets tagged. He's been a victim. He's been victimized by the one big inning, and Minnesota's not a team where you want to have that little problem.
If you're playing with 7 innings to work with, you kind of want the one big inning. So I'm fine with that.
Berrios, he was not good against the Royals. He gave up 4 runs, 8 hits, and 5 1/3.
I like him as a pitcher. He's got good stuff. It just his control seems to be off every now and then.
Yeah, agreed. Like I said, Duffy pitched real well last time. I think he was perfect through 3, and then absolutely blew up in the 4th inning, gave up 4 earned, 5 hits. So.
That sounds like Danny Duffy.
It really does. Talk about, a guy with great stuff. His velocity is actually up on his fastball. He's able to get to 94, 95. Left-hander, good stuff. And, yeah, very frustrating. Very, very frustrating to watch him. So, then next up, we're going to have. So we did both Royals games basically.
I see Mets Phillies as the next game.
Yeah, Mets Phillies at a 7:05 start. I've got Mats against Nola.
I'm just gonna lean to Philly's team total over.
Philly -166 in this, plus 153.
I know that they're at home and everything, and I get it, but Mats is so bad.
Yeah,
he's with an 8.2 ERA. I can't take the Phillies team total under. I have to take the over here just based on the. I know they're in the 9th. I know that they might not get the 9th. I know Nola's pitching. I also know that the Phillies bullpen's terrible, so you can lean to the over. But do you have any faith in Mats?
No, none. I'm hoping you get that number. 8.5 is the total. I'm hoping you can get that team total at 4.5.
I gotta take that. Juice will probably be like -125, -130. That's still
it could be 5.5. I doubt it, but
Mets bullpen's been better lately. I know they ended up blowing the game yesterday, kinda, as people gave up a run in the 9th. But Phillies offense has been fine. It's their pitching that sucks. So
I'd consider the Phillies run line there too at plus 110.
I can't do that with the bullpen. I can't do it.
I know. It is a dreadful bullpen.
So for that reason, I'll just take the team total over. I think if Philly's going to win, they're going to score a lot off Mats early.
Yeah, that's probably the safer play. Pirates, Reds.
Unless you want Philly's run line in the first 5.
You could play that too. Yeah, you could go. Yeah, they could give away the half. I like that.
I'm assuming that'll probably be around -120 as well.
I got a hunch all 3 of those bets hit. I really do.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pirates, Reds, Brault and Bauer. Reds big time.
I know that I say this often, but and I never agree to do this. I don't know what the home team run line is here. If there's a spot I'm going to consider doing it, this would be the spot I'd consider doing it with.
What's that? Oh, taking the home team run line?
Yeah, I'm not a guy who ever does it. If there was a spot I'd consider doing it in, it would be this spot.
It's a ton of value. You go from -205 to -115. You're picking up 90 cents in value.
I can't say no with Bauer. Bauer has been almost unhittable at this point in the season.
This seems like the perfect storm to me, man. You got this terrible Pittsburgh team.
Yeah, I can't say no to it. Brault's bad. The bullpen sucks, and Bauer should probably go 7 innings, 1 run.
Yeah, I would.
That's what happened today. You saw Sonny Gray come out. I said I like was he over at 8.5?
Yeah.
It went over because Cincinnati scored 8 runs and Pittsburgh scored 1. That's basically what I said was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I see the same thing happening here. Pittsburgh can't pitch. Cincinnati's a very good starter going. And I think Pittsburgh can get shut down entirely, and Pittsburgh can't pitch. So
Pittsburgh's pitching is terrible, but at least they can't hit. So they got that going for them.
And if there's really one pitcher you want right now so far in the start of the season that's not named DeGrom or Scherzer or any of these guys, Bauer's probably on that short list. He's really good.
Yeah. Bauer, Sonny Gray, also having a great season.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. So why isn't that team better, buddy? That's a great question with the two good pitchers.
The Reds?
Because their offense has been horrible.
I can't sell them short. They're tied for a playoff spot.
Yeah, I know.
They're 9-11, and they're tied for a playoff spot because of the new format.
Indians and Tigers. Baby. It's Shane Bieber going against Spencer Turnbull for the Tigers.
I know this killed me yesterday. First 5 under.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Turnbull's been good.
Yes, I like to. Turnbull had a couple good starts last year, and I at one point I said I think that Detroit has a real 1-2 punch with Turnbull and Matt Boyd. Yeah, and I don't think they won a game from the time I said that for the rest of the season. They're just dreadful.
Yeah, I think Turnbull's not bad. Bieber, of course, is another one of those guys that you just look at and say, I can't bet against you ever.
Oh, that's probably the guy that's having the best season of anybody right now.
Yeah, so I'll go with the first 5 under. It's probably going to be around 4, best case scenario. Total's at 8.
Total's at 8. First 5, you might get her up there to 4.5.
I don't think I'm getting 4.5 with Turnbull and with Bieber, so I'm going to assume 4.
Okay.
But either or, I'll lean to the under. I know both teams played well offensively yesterday.
Back to the well he goes.
Based on Detroit, this is the pitcher you want from Detroit. For Cleveland, this is the pitcher you want for Cleveland. I'll take the first 5 under.
This Indians team still can't score.
They did well yesterday, though.
I know they did, and where they used up all their runs for the week. I can't. I'm gonna back Bieber. I'm gonna have to play the run line.
Okay.
It's a good spot. They're the visiting team. I'll take the run line. -110.
Okay.
Picking up decent value there. Braves Marlins. Max Fried.
The Braves lost again yesterday.
Max Fried against Daniel Castano. I told you before the show, I backed the wrong dog. I took Baltimore against Washington instead of taking the Marlins against. I
said I liked the Braves yesterday because I thought Fried was going to pitch yesterday, and you didn't do it.
Right.
Then you told me Wright was going to pitch, and I said I liked the over. And
yeah.
I don't even remember. I got to see what the score was in that game.
I think they're still scoring.
It was 8-2. It went over. So, Fried's the only pitcher I want to back on Atlanta, so I'll lean to the Atlanta in this spot. Atlanta's not any good, but Fried's the one starter you want. I'll lean to Atlanta first 5 run line.
Okay. Castano.
I'm going to lean to Miami for value, but Castano in the first 5 against Fried, I got to take Atlanta first 5 run line.
Castano hasn't been good. I'd like to say something good about him.
He's an ERA over 8. I can't try to sugarcoat it. He's just not a good pitcher.
So what do you got there?
Atlanta first 5 run line.
Atlanta first 5 run line.
Ignoring the bullpen, give me Fried, and assuming that he holds Miami to 2 runs tops in the first 5.
Yeah, that's solid.
I hope Atlanta, for the sake of Atlanta, can score at least 3 runs against this guy.
You take these bullpens out of the equation.
Yeah.
Two teams with seriously lacking bullpens.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's a solid play. Yeah. Okay, I'll go with you there. I like that better than getting involved in the whole game. Rays and Jays up there at Buffalo, man.
Toronto finally, ever since I called it out, I had about a good week there of team total unders.
They can't stop scoring. They can't stop scoring.
It's a good run, though. It was for a week and a half or so.
Oh, yeah, it was. Ryan Yarbrough against Chase Anderson right there. Yarbrough's been a little underwhelming so far this season. Chase Anderson's been decent. Any value? I do not.
I don't know what the number is.
Do not have a price. I'm going
this
to
might sound a little bit crazy. I might have pulled the 180 here. I might lean to Toronto team total over.
I would say this is going to be minus 170 to 180 for the Rays.
I think that's a little bit too high. I think it would be around 150, 160.
Okay. And
still, Toronto's a juicy dog in the spot.
You got to be 9. You got to be 9 for the total. I was thinking 8.5. I don't think so. I think it's going to be.
I think 9 sounds right. I just know that Toronto scored at least 11 runs in their last 2 games. Each of their last 2 games.
Oh,
I'll take the team total over.
That's a trend. You're going to take Toronto team total over 3.5 probably.
It's either 3.5 or it's going to be 4 even maybe.
No, that would be 4 even.
It's
going to be 4.5. Well, I don't know if you got most of the books don't have even numbers.
Some books do. So
yeah, I know you can find it out there. It's rare, but yeah,
very rare. I think 4 sounds right. I don't think 3.5 sounds right because I don't think Yarbrough's going to get 3.5.
You don't think Yarbrough's going to give up 3? Well, I'm talking about for the full game. I think it's going to be.
No, 3. I know.
I think it'll be 5.5. I think
Yarbrough with his numbers are going to be having an opposing team total of 3.5. I
do. It's going to be 5.5, 3.5.
I disagree with you there.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
I'll still lean to the over because I don't think they're gonna have a team total of 11.5. So I'll lean to the over.
Okay, all right, fair enough. The straight over for the game.
That's an option too.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying like Toronto team total for the full game.
Okay.
But if you wanted to lean over instead, you could do that too.
You got a ceiling. You played it at 4.5.
I think I would. I would not play it at 5 or above.
No, it's not going to be 5. Okay.
I'm just saying, if you said a ceiling, I'm saying 5 or above, I'm not.
Okay.
4.5 and below, I'll play it.
Good enough. Red Sox Yankees of Valde Paxton.
I actually wrote an article about this for winnersofwiners.com.
Okay.
I guess for value, I'll take a Red Sox first 5 money line.
Got a number here? You see a number anywhere?
No.
I got no numbers.
I'll lean Red Sox first 5 money line.
Red Sox
going to cover a spot. I think Paxton's going to be terrible.
Paxton is not good. He
already. I know he was decent his last start against Tampa before Boone left him in too long to give up a couple home runs in one inning.
We faded him last time.
Boston killed him in the first start that he had, and I don't think he's any good. Now, do I think the Yankees are going to win the game overall? Probably, because Boston's bullpen's terrible. But Uvalde can usually go around 5 or 6.
Okay.
I think Boston first 5 money line should be around. I don't even know if I want to guess what the full game money line is going to be for this. I know Judge is out. I know that Stan's out. All this other stuff, but the Yankees still scored 10+ runs yesterday.
What was it? Where were they yesterday? Two and right at 200.
Cole was pitching, so they were minus 320.
Oh, they were the big one. That's right. I'm used to the Dodgers being the big one, but it was the Yankees that were the big one.
I'm assuming that with Paxton, they'll probably be minus. I don't know, 210 minus 190.
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
Yeah,
first 5 money line should be around +1. I'd say 50.
Yeah,
I'll take that against Paxton. I think Paxton's terrible.
I think that's a good spin. I think that's a good underdog spin.
I wouldn't want the full game with Boston's bullpen. I'll tell you that much. So I'm going to remove them from the equation.
I'd consider just playing the straight over, just watching them fly.
That's an option too. I actually like Uvalde though.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that total at 9.5.
Total might be 10.5.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be 10.5. 10 wouldn't shock me.
10, I think, sounds right. I like Uvalde. I think Uvalde's actually arguably a better pitcher than Paxton. I think that.
I don't even think there's that much argument, but yeah, I think you're right.
So for that reason, Boston there +150 with the better starting pitcher, give or take. I think that sounds pretty good for first 5.
Yeah, that's solid. A's Giants. Montas is another guy that was scratched, by the way.
Forget about that. What about the choke job yesterday?
How many grand slams did the A's hit in the ninth inning this year? 3 already?
Oh, the Olsen one was an extras, but they have 2
Right.
walk-off grand slams and a game-tying grand slam now.
Yeah, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. So, they were down 4, right?
They're down 5 going into the ninth.
Going down 5 going to the ninth. That's right, because I'd already marked that down as a win for the Gigantes.
And Piscotty hit a game-tying grand slam. They won an extra.
Stop me if you've heard this before. Bullpen let them down.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You know they need. They need 2013 Sergio Romo. That's who they need.
Yeah.
Or Brian Wilson before all the arm issues.
Yeah. I love the beard, the original beard there. Frankie Montas going against Gausman. We have
He's run one.
Our hate of Gausman is well documented.
Well, Gausman's actually been okay lately. He hasn't been good, but he hasn't been as bad as I thought he was going to be. Montas has been basically unhittable. I got only Oakland run one.
Yeah, Gausman's actually kind of been unlucky. He's got a whip under 1.
He's been fine. He has not been terrible. But I think Montas is better.
But yeah, and you also know what happens when he pitches.
Giants lose.
They lose. Yeah, they do. Giants have yet to win one of his starts.
Do you think any? I don't want to say momentum, but do you think the Giants just come out completely flat after such a choke job? That doesn't matter in baseball.
I think it's possible. And by the way, I just got a pitching change on this. My sheet now says Jesus Luzardo.
Okay, either or. I still think they're better than Gausman. I'd still take the 1.5.
Let me see if it's been updated here on ESPN.
Plus, 1.5s are automatically with pitchers, correct? In most books, at least.
Yes, correct.
So you can take it with Montas, and then you'll just get your money back, and you can reassess tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we'll see who the starter is there.
But Oakland run line's where I'm looking.
Yeah, you're going to get a better price with Luzardo on the mound, but I think the result is the same. I'll take the A's over.
Now we go to your darlings from yesterday.
Over Gausman. Yeah. Oh Jesus. I told you before the show, friends don't let friends bet Kikuchi anymore.
We completely disagreed on this game. I like the over 8.5, and the Astros scored 9 in the first inning.
Yeah, I really thought Kikuchi had found something there, and apparently
I think he might have, but Houston's not the team that you expect him to. I don't want to say fool twice, but have somewhat success against twice.
Bad team, yeah. The bad team is a left-hander when you're struggling too. They just do nothing but right-handed bats. Mariners Astros. Nick Margevich against Christian Javier for the Astros.
Astros team total over again.
Houston minus 200 here.
I can't take the 200. I do like Javier as a pitcher. I think he's the better pitcher in this matchup. And I know that Houston has owned Seattle over the last year and a half or so.
If my hand wasn't still burning from putting it on,
I forgot what they are. They might be 21 and out. They might be 21-2 in the last 23 meetings. Like, no exaggeration. Houston might have won like 21 of the last 23 meetings against Seattle.
That wouldn't stun me.
It's something like that, ballpark range. Because last year, I'm pretty sure they won 18-1.
Yeah.
I'll take the Astros team total over. I know Seattle can't pitch. Their starter should go, 5 innings max?
Yeah.
Give me the bullpen for at least 3.
Yeah, fade a pen, especially after a night where their starter did he make it out of the first?
I hope not.
You think they hung him with all 9?
They might have. Truth is, it doesn't really matter. Seattle's bullpen had to pitch roughly 7 innings of work yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they went a minimum of 8, I would think. Maybe
the bullpen's going to be dead. Their starting pitcher is a relative unknown. This is going to be a pretty long afternoon for Seattle.
Their bullpen wasn't very good to start with. So, and actually 9 is just your total there, which means you're gonna catch the Astros at 5.5. Yeah,
give me that.
I'll play that. I'm taking my hand away from the stove.
Mm-hmm.
Nationals at Orioles 7:35. Corbin against Asher Wojciechowski. For the Birds,
I'm a fan of Corbin.
Yeah, he's. I'm a big fan of Corbin as well.
I hate the bullpens.
He's pitched. Yeah, and Corbin's pitched well. Wojciechowski has struggled in his starts.
His ERA is not terrible though. He's got an ERA below 4.
Who does?
I know he's 0-2, but Wojciechowski has not been as awful as people.
He has an ERA of 5.4. So
I see 3.95 on ESPN.
What?
Asher Wojciechowski?
Yeah.
I see an ERA of 3.95. That's
Yeah.
what I'm looking at. He's still 0-2. He's not a good pitcher. Your point doesn't change. I just see his ERA is below 4.
Is he appeared not out of the bullpen?
I know he went 3 2/3, gave up no runs in his last appearance, so that might have dropped his ERA below 4.
Out of the pen?
Potentially, I don't know.
I must have been because I guess I've just got his starting stats because he's made 2 starts.
Yeah, it says he has 3 appearances, so I guess.
Okay, yeah, because he's given up 6 runs in 10 innings as a starter.
Yeah, so as a starter maybe, but overall he's got an ERA below.
Oh, that's 5.40. So okay, so he pitched well as a reliever. Yeah, I'm.
Nationals first 5 run line, I guess.
Yeah, there's just such massive prices. Nationals minus 185, and
there's no value anywhere. But the Nationals won by 12 yesterday, and Corbin I think is a significantly better pitcher than Wojciechowski, and that's not even close.
Is the Baltimore Magic over?
I can't say it's over, but I don't think Corbin after faced Strasburg yesterday, right?
Yes.
That's not a fun combination.
No, that's a hell of a 1-2 punch.
A 2-3 punch because sure.
I've paid a few bills with Baltimore, but I don't think.
I don't know if it's time to let them go, but it's time to pass on them for today.
I don't think that's a great spot for them. I don't love the price on the Nationals. I'm not taking that Nationals bullpen anywhere near.
I'm leaning first 5 run line. That's kind of the only spot I'm looking at.
I would consider playing first 5 over there as well.
Okay, that's an option.
So all right. Next on our list, Padres and D-backs. Game that I just watched the end of. Quantrill.
It must be 114 degrees.
They're playing it inside though.
I'm just mentioning the fact that Arizona is 114. So if you think it's hot outside, you don't know what hot is.
It's a dry heat though.
Sure.
You know what else is dry heat?
It's dry because all the water evaporated.
It's dreadful out there. It's awful. It's awful.
Believe it or not, it sounds like a desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No odds. Quantrill against Young is the matchup I have on that one.
Oh, I guess Quantrill because he's 2-0 with a 3.12 ERA. But again, I hate San Diego's bullpen.
Have you got that on ESPN also?
Yes.
All right, because I've got another site that says Robbie Ray.
Could be Ray. I'm leaning Padres anyway. If it's Ray, I'm just walking to the bank.
Do you care? Does it matter?
I guess it does because if it is Ray, I would just take the Padres team total over instead.
Yeah.
But same idea. I'm leaning Padres in this.
And we'll see what the price is there. I'm leaning Padres as well. Quantrill making his first start of the year. Bullpen guy usually, so we'll see.
Still 2-0 with a 3.12 ERA, so he has been pretty good so far.
Yeah, he's a decent piece out of the bullpen.
Yeah.
Rangers Rockies. Rangers 3-2 game. I texted you that first 5.
We said the first 5, and I said 6.5 probably, and you tell me 7. I'm like,
7.
all right, that's a deal.
I'm gonna line it up and play it again. Although I think they're gonna be on to us, buddy.
I agree, but I have the same exact view for this game. Marquez already pitched against the Rangers this year. He was fantastic. Gibson's been serviceable, not great. Marquez has been really good. So I'll take the under once again in the first 5.
Yeah, Gibson. Pretty much Kyle Gibson kind of year. 4.11 ERA, 1.5 WHIP. That's Kyle Gibson.
Fine. You expect him to go into Coors, give up maybe 5 runs.
Yeah, that's your 4 starter from the Twins,
give or take, and you assume that Marquez will probably pitch a gem and give up maybe 2 runs.
I'd love it if it was 6.5. I doubt it will be. I think it's going to be 6 here with 11.
I'm going to pray it's 7, but of course it's not going to be 7.
You still have. Yeah, I got 11.5 on that. Okay, yeah, under 6. I'll take it.
I'll still lean to the under there. It's just a matter of I think if Gibson can give up 4, you probably win.
Yeah, I agree. At least push.
Yeah, that's how I view it.
Dodgers Angels last game of the night, buddy.
It's the same matchup I thought we were gonna have yesterday.
Buehler and Andrew Haney.
Dodgers money line's roughly minus 140. I'll take it.
I got 38-28.
I'll take that. Give me the 138 with Buehler.
Yeah, you give me the Dodgers anything south of 150. I'm probably gonna play it.
Yep.
All right, there you go. That's a show.
Cool.
You excited?
What? I mean, I'm excited. Yeah. By the way, in the comment section below, let us know if you prefer the overnight stuff as opposed to the normal, because we're trying to experiment with this.
Yeah.
So what your thoughts are down below.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you like the is having it available sooner worth the trade off a little bit of uncertainty on the odds, basically?
Yeah.
Because that's the nice thing about doing it day of, a couple hours in advance. You can lock in. But yeah, so yeah, let us know, because we would like to know, because this is an adjustment that we could theoretically make
on a more permanent basis.
On a more permanent
We'd rather
basis.
find out from all of you if we should be making this a permanent thing.
Yep. So anyway, that's a good deal, and we'll be off tomorrow. So that's it for the weekend. We appreciate you guys stopping by.
I'm still going to be doing the Capper's Corner, and I'll be doing a Scott Selections pick later tonight as well as Sunday. So I'll be
doing Capper's Corners on Saturday and Sunday as well. So yeah, it's just the two of us. We won't be speaking freely. We'll be more regimented in what we're actually saying. So
yeah.
All right, sir. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We appreciate you stopping by. And yeah, good luck on all of your plays today. Got a little baseball, got a little basketball, got a little hockey, got a little UFC. It's a smorgasbord of things to bet on. So, Scott, have fun today.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Go Islanders.
Absolutely. Go Isles. Absolutely. So, again, for myself, for Scott Reichel, for everybody over at winnersandwhiners.com, of course, I will implore you, as always, at the end, to make sure you stop by winnersandwhiners.com for deep dives into every game, every single day, always free, winnersandwhiners.com. All right. You guys have a great day. Stay safe, everybody. Stay well. Hope you hit everything in sight, when we'll see you again on Monday. All right. Take care. Clear.